And now, our feature presentation.
Hello YouTube, it's a Hero Tiny Fiber, and yesterday I saw Meg. And Meg, in my opinion, was an okay movie. It wasn't really spectacular like Jaws 47 Meters Down and The Shallow. I think those are great movies. I still haven't seen 47 Meters Down, but it should have been. It probably is a good movie. I just haven't seen it yet. I heard good things about it. Let's talk about Meg, for example. So the first minutes of the movie are completely just setting up the characters, which I didn't like too much because it just felt like I was experiencing kind of like one of those I was experiencing the Transformers movie because we're setting up characters and getting us familiar with the characters and all that kind of stuff. It was kind of like a Transformers movie where characters are not really the main focus. It's mostly about this prehistoric creature known as the megalodon. This is a shark, obviously from the Cretaceous period, a long time ago period, and they have to destroy it because it's eating a lot of their friends. And you set up these characters in the beginning of the film, and then we go through the rest of the film where Jason Statham comes in, and he's really he's a good character. I really like him in the film. He wasn't really that awful. I mean, I think Dwayne Johnson would have been a better option for it. But if you want a shark movie that has him going and destroying the shark, this is the movie for you. I mean, it's not for everybody. I went to this film and not a lot of people laughed at the movie. It was kind of corny. There was a lot of corny lines in here, not memorable lines, kind of very dull line delivery. A lot of it was just very, very, very awful line delivery. But it was an okay movie. It was good for what it is. It had some solid thrills and chills on some of my parts of my body, but it wasn't like spectacular like Mission Impossible Fallout or Jaws or 47 Meters Down. But it was pretty good. I actually really enjoyed it for what it is. It's not a very bad picture by any means necessary, but I think you can go into this movie eat your popcorn. It's a good popcorn flick. That's what it is for the summer, and it's really good. Some of it I enjoyed. The best part about the movie is the shark. The shark is really menacing, really deadly, and it's not like very cheesy looking shark. It wasn't like, okay, we need to throw a shark in here, and get everybody kind of worried about it. No, it was actually really suspenseful shark. It had me on the edge of my toes. But a lot of these characters that kind of died off really didn't impact the story that much. It wasn't really that interesting. The characters weren't that interesting. Just the shark was interesting. But it was a really fun experience. Very suspenseful at times, and it was a really good shark movie. It wasn't really too bad, I would say. I did like most of the film. It was pretty much a very solid film. I didn't like the characters. The characters were kind of like, okay, the characters are characters. They're just characters in the film. They're just there just to have characters like that. Wade Wilson's in here, and many other actors and actresses are in here. But besides that, I think it was a very solid shark movie. Very campy at times because it just knows it is. It doesn't really give you that much dramatic elements, but it's a pretty good shark movie. I enjoyed it for what it is, and I think you guys can be satisfied with this movie. I know there's some people that I know that if you go to this movie and say it's pretty bad, go ahead. I mean, this movie's not for everybody. I didn't come out of this movie feeling like I was wasting my money or something like that, but I came in this movie going into it kind of like, I go into a shark movie going like, okay, it's just going to be very witty. It's not going to have a lot of action in here. It's just going to be like, we got to destroy a shark. And that's what it did. It had that moments where it's like the main John Stamos was like, go destroy a shark. Go destroy a shark. We got to destroy it because it's killing our friends, kind of like that. But it didn't really go anywhere with that as well too. And relationship between some characters in the film. I love the little girl in the movie. She was kind of the cutest thing on the face of this movie, besides getting eaten by a shark. I think she was a great character. Some of the other characters were just and they didn't really have much to say about it. But I really enjoyed what I saw. I didn't feel like, okay, I'm wasting my money or anything like that. But it was a really solid movie. Not good, solid performances, but I think that if you were to see this movie, you can see it. It's enjoyable because it's a great thrill shark movie, and it's it's an okay movie. I'm not gonna say it's bad, and you should go see The Meg if you love shark movies or big big huge fictional animals destroying other animals or destroying human lives. It's just not for me in that sense, but I do like my shark movies to be done right. This is done right, but it's done in the wrong way, which kind of just makes my opinion kind of distasteful for it. But it's still an interesting film nonetheless, because the shark really elevates the film and just bring that thrill that we all need to see in a shark movie. But besides that, I think it was a very good solid shark movie that wasn't it was a very good shark movie. It was kind of like that B-rated shark movie that just isn't as terrible as Sharknado, but Jason Statham is good. He's a great swimmer, obviously, and he's a really good actor in some of his films. So he's a very solid person to actually get this shark and try to destroy it kind of type of person. The other actors are just there and do nothing but just be there. And once they got eaten by the shark, I didn't even know who got eaten by the shark, but it was kind of just like, okay, I didn't really care for these characters. And it's really nothing I really need to care about. We got the rich billionaire who knows how to, who bought the place, the marine place. It's just characters I didn't really care. The main focus was the shark, and he did brilliantly. If this was a Transformers movie and all was focused, if this was, if this director directed Transformers, I think it would have went a different tone with the film. But Michael Bay directed Transformers, and I can see why this movie is kind of similar to Transformers, because the human characters are not the main aspect of the film, it's the sharks. And I can see that because when I saw this, the human characters are not really that interesting because we need to get to the shark, and shark was really impressive, really good. So all around it's a okay film, and I think you should go see it if you want to go see it. I mean, I'm not gonna force anybody to go see this movie. If you want to see it, it's fine by me, but if you don't want to see it, that's alright. It's a solid shark movie that's has a lot of suspense, but the acting is way off, and I think it just needs a little bit of improvements. But besides that, I think it's a solid shark movie that I think you can watch in the theater and just feel like surprised about it. It was a solid shark movie. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next video.